Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and welcome back to Y Mega Evolve. Now today is Wednesday, and when it comes to Wednesdays, it's the Y Mega Evolve video's own special day where I pretty much talk about Pokemon that I've done in the past. Now, I do have to apologize for this video going up a couple hours late. It was just that I was doing some stuff that pretty much took priority over like me recording, so I had to get that stuff done first before I done anything involving YouTube. So now that it's done, I'm finally getting to today's video, and it's better than having it up like maybe a day late or a week late. So even though it is a couple hours late, it's still Wednesday, so I hope you guys still enjoy the video nonetheless. But anyways, today's Pokemon we are going to be talking about is Raichu. Now, if you guys watched any of my previous videos that I've ever done when it comes to this series, I also bring up my Mega Raichu video sometimes, considering that my Mega Raichu that I've done in the past is literally my most viewed video that I've ever done on YouTube, on pretty much any channel that I've ever made. Like, literally, I'm still, like, it's still mind-boggling that that video got so many views, and as of when I'm recording this, it has over 39,000 views, and I only expected that video to maybe, like, reach maybe a couple thousand, not 39,000. Like, that's a lot, a couple thousands. But once again, I've been wanting to re-talk about Raichu ever since that video pretty much like blew up on my channel, considering that I still get comments till this very day of people suggesting stuff of what I should have changed or what I should have added, because not like I said, not everybody is going to agree with everything that I have to do when it comes to a specific Pokemon, considering that like the Pokemon that I may be talking about maybe when it comes down the line, like on Friday or Monday, or and since today with Raichu, like I said, some people are not necessarily going to agree with it. So that's what it comes down to, like me doing part 2s for like Wednesdays and all that. And Raichu is no exception, considering that I've, like I said, really been wanting to re-talk about this Pokemon ever since that video blew up, and that's what we are going to be doing. Now, spoiler alert, and the previous Raichu video will be in the description box down below as well. But I didn't look at the video when I was doing like the stat distribution for its Mega Evolution, and I realized that the stats are legitimately like very, very similar, considering that like the special defense and speed are kind of different, but everything else is literally the same. So I told you guys, like, when it comes to this series, some stuff may be the exact same, some stuff may change just a hair. It honestly just depends, and like Raichu for this video is no exception. Like, I feel like these stats are like very, very good. I mean, like I said, I did these stats without even looking at the video, so you just know that like these stats, in my opinion, are kind of balanced when it comes to it. So like I said, the stats are very similar, but some stuff did change. So like I said, as you can tell from what I've done to its stats, I did increase everything, because honestly everything needed to get increased. So with all that, let's just get right into it. So for its physical attack and special attack, I increased them both the same from base 90 to base 120. Obviously, Raichu can be either a physical attacker or a special attacker, whatever the case may be, or what I like to run sometimes is a mixed attacker, because Raichu does get access to Fake Out, which is an amazing priority move. It gets access to Quick Attack, Thunderbolt, Volt Tackle. I mean, I could keep going on and on and on of moves that Raichu can actually benefit from, considering that, like I said, it could be either physical or special. And I felt like base 120 for a Mega Raichu is honestly very balanced, and like it does get access to moves that can actually increase its special attack with like Nasty Plot, or its physical attack with like Power Up Punch. So it does have moves that can actually increase its physical attack stat or its special attack stat, whether if it's like a move like Nasty Plot or Calm Mind, or like Power Up Punch or something like that. Once again, it does have moves that can actually increase its attack. So if you guys feel like that base 120 is a little bit low, it does get access to moves that you can actually benefit from to increase it. But once again, I felt like personally base 120 is a very, very, very balanced stats for its both physical attack and special attack, considering that both its move pool is very, very like diverse. So it's not like you have to run like the exact same move pool if you want, but that's why I increased the base 120. Like I said, I feel like it's very balanced, and if you don't feel like it's like, if you feel like it's a little bit too low, then obviously like you can increase it if you want, but it does get access to moves like like Charge Beam, Nasty Plot, Power Punch to increase like its offensive stats. So 120, like I said, is in my opinion very balanced. Now for its physical defense, I only increased it by 10 points from base 55 to base 65. No matter what I do, like literally Raichu is a glass cannon when it comes to its physical defense. This thing is not going to be able to live in Earthquake by literally anything. It's most likely going to get one shot, and regardless, even if it's at base 65 and it had a little bit of a defensive boost, it's not going to be able to live like literally anything. So regardless, like I said, I didn't really want to increase its physical defense all that much, just because it's still going to be considered a glass cannon. I know some people are not going to necessarily agree that if I increase it to, like, for instance, like base 100, because I was looking around on Google and I've seen some people actually like made Raichu's physical defense base 100, and I did not agree with that whatsoever. But once again, it's like I said, it's still going to be a glass cannon, no matter what you would do. So the only thing I can say that's really good about it is that it's better than base 55. So anyways, for its special defense, I increased it from base 80 to base 100. Now the difference between its physical defense and its special defense is that, like, Raichu has some special bulk to it to an extent, considering that base 80, like I said, any stat that's above base 80 is, in my eyes, very good, and Raichu's special defense is at base 80, and I wanted to increase it to base 100. That way it has a little bit more special bulk, considering that, like, Earth Power is going to pretty much like doing a lot of damage, or Sludge Bomb, whatever the case may be. I felt like increasing its special defense to base 100 would be very balanced for a Pokemon like Raichu, because in that way, if you have to, you could try to switch this into like a special attacking Pokemon and potentially live a pretty much any hit. And if you live a hit, then you can pretty much go on with the offensive, excuse me, and pretty much just go off like that. So once again, like, base 100 for its special defense, in my opinion, is actually like very balanced for a Pokemon like Raichu. And last but not least, its speed, I increased it only just by 10 points as well, from base 110 to base 120. Raichu as itself already is fast as fuck, and I didn't really want to overly increase its speed, and I felt like base 120 is such an astounding speed stat for a Pokemon like Raichu. Now I know a lot of people will probably agree with me that, or I wouldn't say agree with me, but like people are probably going to start saying, oh, I should increase it to like base 145 or 150. Honestly, like I said, Raichu's fast as hell already at just base 110, and increasing it to base 120 for its Mega Evolution, this thing is going to be a very, very speedy Pokemon. This thing will be in a very offensive Pokemon. It's going to be somewhat of a, like, I don't want to keep bringing this Pokemon up, but I always do. It's going to be somewhat of a like Mega Absol. It's very offensive, very speedy, but then at the same time, its defenses are complete shit. It's like, what's worse than a glass cannon? Most likely a paper cannon. Like, it's that bad. But the one thing that's kind of making up for it, which is like not making this thing like Mega Absol, is that its special defense is actually pretty decent, and with the stats I've given it, I feel like it's pretty decent as well. But once again, like I said, it's a very like with the stats, it's going to be a very offensive Pokemon. It's going to be a very speedy Pokemon. It's going to be somewhat of a special defensive wall, but not so much, but at least taking at least one hit most likely. So that's what I've done to Mega Raichu. So anyways, as a regular Raichu, its base stats at 485, and with the Mega Evolution is going to be at 585. Now for its ability, this is where people are literally either going to like it or just not like it whatsoever, considering that, like I said, I keep getting comments on that video of people just telling me what they would personally have on it, or what they would personally change on it. And I've seen people say, oh, instead of making it like part fighting, you should have made it like part ground or part dark or part fairy. And that's what I've done, because I read a comment on the video before I started recording of someone saying that Raichu is in the fairy egg groups, and I'm looking at it right now. It's in the field group and also in the fairy group, so it does make sense to make this thing part fairy. But the reason why I've actually like given it the pixelate ability is because Raichu does not get access to any fairy type moves whatsoever. Like literally the only fairy type moves that it gets access to are Wow, it actually does get access to a fairy type move, but no one's really going to use it. Like disarming voice, which is an egg move. It gets access to where'd it go? Charm, Sweet Kiss. So technically the only offensive fairy type move you're going to be able to run on this thing is like disarming voice. So I decided to give this thing Pixelate, because in that way it could pretty much benefit off of some of the normal type moves that it gets, like Return, Frustration, Facade, Fake Out, Quick Attack. Like those like moves that I mentioned, like those are moves that Raichu does run. And also this thing does get access to Double Edge as a transfer move. So if you want to run like a really strong, hard-hitting, like physical type attack that's a normal type move that can be pretty much benefited from the Pixelate ability, then like getting a double-edged Raichu, it will like legitimately do work. But sad thing enough, like it doesn't get access to Hyper Voice, and I knew a lot of people were probably gonna want to run like a special attacking Raichu with Pixelate, but like I said, it doesn't get access to Hyper Voice, excuse me. Like the only special type move that, or special like normal type move that it gets that it can probably benefit from is where'd it go? Echoed Voice. Or if you want to run Hyper Beam, I mean, like those are like the only two special moves that you could technically run that are normal. So, oh, and also Round as well. So yeah, those are only 3 special moves that you can technically run on a Pixelate Raichu. So once again, maybe like if Game Freak decides to do like an event for Raichu and actually give it like maybe Moonblast or like Hyper Voice or just some fairy type moves or just normal type moves that can benefit from the Pixelate ability in general, then I would say go for it. But for right now, like this thing is most likely going to become like a physical attack, considering that most of the normal type moves that Raichu actually gets are what Raichu runs for in competitive play as well, like Quick Attack, Return, Giga Impact, like those types of moves that like I guess you will probably normally see on a Raichu. But once again, like I said, you're most likely going to be seeing more physical Raichus than specials, but I can actually see this thing becoming a special attacker as well, getting pretty much what's the word I'm looking for? Benefit from the Pixelate ability. Hopefully, if Game Freak like does like an event, like I said, giving this thing either Hyper Voice or Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam, like so. I'm just hoping that it actually happens like that. And for its typing, like I said, I added on the fairy type characteristics. I've already explained myself. So with all that, there is Mega Raichu. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to comment and subscribe. Like I said, I do apologize that this video was up a little bit late, but it was better than me uploading either tomorrow or just waiting until next week. So like I said, I do apologize. But anyways, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to comment and subscribe. So this is White Boy for the win, and I'll catch you guys later.